Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly achieve success while others struggle? The key to unlocking your greatest potential lies not in external circumstances, but in the transformation that starts within. Today, we're going to explore how fixing yourself first can be the foundation of all true achievement. It's time to take control of your life and start living at your highest level. I often hear that change is necessary for growth. But what does it really mean to transform ourselves? Transformation is not just about changing the surface level of our lives. It's about a deep internal shift. The power of personal transformation begins with understanding who we are, and more importantly, who we have the potential to become. We all have a vision of the life we want to lead, but too often we get distracted by the noise of the world, by the opinions of others, and by the pressures of society. We forget that the greatest power for change lies within us. What if I told you that the ability to transform your life is entirely within your control? It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, or what obstacles stand in your way. Transformation starts when you take full responsibility for your own life. You stop waiting for external circumstances to change, and you begin with the most important change of all, the change within yourself. The moment you take responsibility for your actions, your decisions, your mindset, that's when the transformation begins. But here's the thing: transformation is not an overnight process. It doesn't happen in a day, a week, or a month. It's a journey, a gradual unfolding, much like a seed growing into a mighty tree. And like that seed, the first step is often the hardest, but it's also the most crucial. When you decide to truly change, you are planting the seed of greatness within yourself. The challenge is to nourish that seed, to nurture it with the right thoughts, the right actions, and the right environment. The key to personal transformation is self-awareness. Without it, you cannot grow. Without understanding where you are starting from, you can't possibly know where you're going. So the first step in this journey is to look inward, to examine yourself without judgment, but with curiosity. Ask yourself, who am I right now, and who do I want to become? It's about identifying your strengths and weaknesses, your desires and fears, your dreams and doubts. This is where the real work begins. As you embark on this journey, you must also understand that growth requires a shift in your mindset. A mindset that is open to learning, unafraid of failure, and willing to step out of your comfort zone. It requires a belief in your own ability to change, and the willingness to let go of limiting beliefs that have held you back. These beliefs are often formed early in life, and they become the lenses through which we see the world. To truly transform, you must challenge these lenses and replace them with new empowering beliefs. The next step is action. You can think all day about the changes you want to make, but without taking action, nothing will ever change. Transformation requires consistent effort, day in and day out. It's not about making huge leaps all at once. It's about making small, deliberate steps that align with your vision. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. But here's the truth: transformation is not easy. It requires perseverance, discipline, and patience. There will be setbacks, there will be failures, and there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But it's in these moments that your true strength is revealed. It's when you keep going, despite the challenges, that you begin to see the most powerful changes within yourself. And when you do, you'll realize that the journey itself was the greatest gift of all. Now, as you begin to understand the depth of personal transformation, it's time to ask yourself the question: what is it that truly drives you? What is the deeper purpose behind your transformation? Because once you find that, your transformation will no longer just be about self-improvement. It will be about something much greater, something more meaningful. And that, my friend, will propel you to levels of achievement you never thought possible. So as we dive deeper into this journey of personal transformation, remember this: your greatest power lies within you, waiting to be awakened. The question is, are you ready to tap into that power and begin your true transformation? But before we move forward, let's explore what it really means to unlock your true potential. Unlocking your true potential is not just about achieving success or reaching a destination. It's about discovering the limitless capabilities that already lie within you. You see, the truth is that most of us are living far beneath our potential. We've been conditioned to believe that we are limited by circumstances, by our upbringing, or by the barriers others place before us. But what if I told you that you are capable of far more than you realize? That the potential for greatness, for extraordinary achievement, resides in every single one of us, waiting to be unlocked. The first step to unlocking your potential is recognizing that you already have everything you need within you. Think about that for a moment. You're not waiting for something external to come into your life to make you great. You don't need more resources, more time, or more opportunities. What you need is to tap into the untapped power that resides within you. Your potential isn't something you need to find, it's something you need to unlock. So how do you begin to unlock your true potential? It starts with self-belief. Too often we don't believe in our own abilities. We doubt ourselves, our talents, and our capacity to succeed. But here's the secret. Belief is the key that unlocks the door to your greatness. The moment you believe that you have what it takes to succeed, you activate the force within you that will propel you forward. And the beauty of it is that belief doesn't require perfection. You don't need to know everything or have all the answers. You just need to believe that you are capable of figuring it out. Now, belief alone isn't enough. It must be paired with a vision. You need a clear, compelling vision of who you want to become and what you want to achieve. Without a vision, you have no direction. You may have the potential, but without a roadmap, you will wander aimlessly. When you have a clear vision, you're able to focus your energy, your time, and your resources on what matters most. A vision helps you set goals, make decisions, and stay motivated, even when things get tough. As you begin to unlock your potential, you must also recognize that your mindset plays a crucial role in your success. The way you think will determine the actions you take, and ultimately, the results you achieve. If you see challenges as obstacles, you'll shrink in the face of them. But if you see them as opportunities to grow, you will rise above them. The difference between those who unlock their potential and those who don't lies in their ability to maintain a positive, growth-oriented mindset. The journey to unlocking your potential also requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen when you stay in familiar territory. It happens when you take risks, face fears, and push yourself beyond the limits you've placed on yourself. It's easy to stay in a place of comfort, to avoid the unknown, but true potential lies on the other side of fear. The moment you step into the unknown, you begin to stretch the boundaries of what you thought was possible. But here's the challenge. Unlocking your true potential requires consistency. It's not enough to take one step forward and expect everything to change. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and being persistent, even when results are not immediate. This is where many people fail. They give up too soon. But those who truly unlock their potential are those who stay the course, who keep pushing, no matter the obstacle. So how do you know when you've unlocked your potential? It's when you start seeing results that you never thought possible. It's when you begin to accomplish things that were once out of reach. But more importantly, it's when you start becoming the person you were always meant to be. Now, as you begin to tap into your true potential, remember this. Unlocking your potential isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about stepping into who you were always meant to be and embracing the journey of becoming. And as you step forward, you'll discover that there is no limit to what you can achieve. But as you continue this journey of unlocking your potential, the next question you must ask yourself is, what's holding you back from taking that first? Becoming the best version of yourself is a journey that requires self-awareness, commitment, and most importantly, the willingness to transform. But what does it truly mean to be the best version of yourself? It's not about being perfect. It's about continually evolving, growing, and striving to be better than you were yesterday. The truth is, we all have untapped potential and undiscovered strengths that, if cultivated, could elevate us to heights we never imagined. The key lies in realizing that you have the power to shape your life, to become the person you were always meant to be. So how do you begin this journey of becoming the best version of yourself? First, you must understand that it starts with a decision to stop living according to the expectations of others, a decision to stop letting fear dictate your actions, and a decision to stop allowing the past to define your future. Becoming the best version of yourself requires you to take control of your life and refuse to settle for anything less than the extraordinary. It's about realizing that your potential is unlimited and that you have the ability to achieve greatness, no matter where you start from. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself also involves self-reflection. To grow, you must first understand where you are right now. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What habits are serving you, and which ones are holding you back? The truth is, we often don't take the time to reflect on our lives and ask ourselves these crucial questions. But without self-reflection, there's no way to identify the areas that need improvement. Without awareness, growth is impossible. Once you understand where you are, it's time to take action. But here's the catch. Action without purpose will only lead to exhaustion, not progress. You must take deliberate action, guided by a clear sense of purpose. Your actions should align with the person you are striving to become. Every decision you make, every step you take, should move you closer to that version of yourself that you envision. The key is consistency. Progress comes not from occasional bursts of effort, but from consistent, focused action over time. But here's where most people get stuck. It's easy to fall into the trap of staying in your comfort zone, to stick with what you know, and to avoid challenges. But comfort is the enemy of progress. To become the best version of yourself, you must be willing to step into the unknown, to face discomfort, and to take risks. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you push beyond your current limits, and when you stop allowing fear to dictate your actions. As you begin to evolve into the best version of yourself, you'll start noticing that your mindset plays a critical role. Your mindset shapes your actions, your behaviors, and your results. A mindset of growth and possibility will propel you forward, while a mindset of limitation will keep you stuck. So you must train your mind to think positively, to focus on solutions, and to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. The best version of yourself is someone who doesn't shy away from adversity, but faces it head-on with confidence and resilience. But transformation doesn't happen in isolation. The people you surround yourself with play a significant role in your growth. The best version of yourself is not just an individual endeavor, it's about the relationships, the support, and the community you build around you. You must surround yourself with individuals who uplift you, who challenge you, and who encourage you to be your best. Your environment has the power to either fuel your growth or hinder it, so choose wisely. So as you begin your journey of becoming the best version of yourself, remember that it's not a destination, it's a lifelong process. Every day presents an opportunity to improve, to learn, and to evolve. The best version of yourself is always just one decision away, one action away, and one mindset shift away. As you continue on this path, you'll start realizing that your greatest growth comes not from what you do, but from who you become in the process. And as you strive to be the best version of yourself, one question remains. Are you ready to break free from your limitations and embrace the possibilities that lie ahead? But before you go further on this journey, you must ask yourself, what is it that truly holds you back from living at your fullest potential? You see, to lead others, you must first learn how to lead yourself. Leadership isn't just about holding a title or managing a team, it's about taking responsibility for your own life, your actions, and your decisions. It's about understanding that the most important person you will ever lead is you. So how do you begin to master the art of self-leadership? The first step is self-discipline. Without self-discipline, there can be no leadership, not in your own life, and certainly not in the lives of others. Discipline is the foundation on which all other qualities of leadership are built. It means making the right decisions, even when it's hard, even when the world is pushing you in another direction. Self-discipline is the ability to control your impulses, to make choices that align with your goals and values, instead of being swayed by momentary desires or external pressures. It's about staying committed to your vision, even when things get tough. But self-discipline is not just about saying no to things. It's also about saying yes to the right things. It's about making time for what matters, setting priorities, and sticking to them. You must take control of your time, your energy, and your focus. Without discipline, your life will be scattered, and you will never reach your full potential. But with discipline, you will have the power to make consistent progress toward your goals, day in and day out. The second aspect of self-leadership is taking responsibility for your life. Too many people blame others, circumstances, or external forces for their lack of success, but the true leader understands that ultimately, they are in control of their own life. You cannot change what happens around you, but you can always control how you respond to it. This is where personal accountability comes into play. When you take full responsibility for your actions, you free yourself from the victim mentality, and you open the door to real growth. Taking responsibility also means owning your mistakes. No one is perfect, and every leader makes mistakes, but it's how you handle those mistakes that truly defines your character. Do you learn from them, or do you allow them to derail your progress? True self-leadership requires the courage to face your failures, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones toward greater success. The best leaders are the ones who can admit when they're wrong, make amends, and move forward with even greater clarity and determination. Another crucial element of self-leadership is vision. You must have a clear sense of where you're going and why it matters. Without a vision, you're simply wandering aimlessly through life. But when you have a vision, you are able to set goals, make decisions, and take actions that align with that vision. Your vision is the guiding force that propels you forward, even when the road gets tough. It's the reason you keep pushing, even when you don't see immediate results. Vision gives you purpose, and purpose gives you the strength to persevere. Mastering self-leadership also involves emotional intelligence. A true leader understands not only their own emotions, but also the emotions of others. This means being aware of your own feelings, controlling your reactions, and empathizing with others. It's about being able to manage stress, navigate challenges, and communicate effectively. Emotional intelligence is the bridge between who you are now and the best version of yourself. It's the ability to stay calm under pressure, to motivate yourself and others, and to maintain strong positive relations. But here's the most important thing to understand about self-leadership. It's a lifelong journey. There is no destination where you've arrived and mastered it all. Self-leadership is about continuous growth, continual improvement, and always striving to be better than you were yesterday. Every day is an opportunity to refine your leadership skills, to make better choices, and to become the person you're destined to be. As you begin to master self-leadership, you'll realize that the power to create the life you desire lies in your hand. The question is, are you ready to take responsibility for your life, to lead yourself with purpose, and to become the true leader of your own destiny? But before we dive deeper into this journey of self-leadership, let's explore what happens when you begin to embrace your inner strength and step into your power. We all have hidden strength, qualities, and abilities within us that, when discovered, have the power to propel us forward in life. The problem is, many of us go through life without ever tapping into these hidden strengths. We often think of strength in terms of physical power, but true strength is far more than that. It's the ability to rise above adversity, to keep going when life gets tough, and to unlock the potential within you that no one else can see. So how do you discover these hidden strengths? The first step is self-awareness. You must begin by looking inward, asking yourself the tough questions. What am I truly capable of? What strengths do I possess that I haven't fully explored? Too often we dismiss our talents or ignore them because we're too focused on what we lack or what we don't have. But here's the truth. The key to unlocking your true power lies in recognizing the strengths you already possess. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, reveals a new layer of strength within you. The more you face life head-on, the more you uncover the hidden qualities within you that make you stronger than you think. But self-awareness isn't enough. You must also take action. Discovering your strengths is one thing, but it's only by applying them that you truly tap into their power. Strength doesn't just stay in the realm of potential, it has to be put into practice. Think about it. You could have the ability to lead, to inspire, to create, but if you don't take the necessary steps to develop those abilities, they remain dormant. Strength only grows when it's exercised, when it's challenged, and when it's tested. The more you push yourself to use your strengths, the more you develop them, and the more powerful they become. Another way to discover your hidden strength is through adversity. It's in those difficult, often painful moments that we uncover parts of ourselves we never knew existed. When things go wrong, when everything seems to be falling apart, we find out just how strong we truly are. Adversity doesn't break us. It reveals the hidden reserves of power within us. It forces us to dig deeper, to rely on qualities we didn't even know we had. In these moments, we often surprise ourselves with our ability to persevere, to overcome, and to thrive despite the odds. But here's the thing, you don't have to wait for adversity to discover your strength. You can actively seek out opportunities to grow and challenge yourself. This is where personal development comes in. By intentionally seeking experiences that stretch you, by stepping outside of your comfort zone, you can begin to tap into your hidden potential. Whether it's learning a new skill, facing a fear, or taking on a leadership role, pushing yourself beyond what's comfortable will help you discover strengths you never knew existed. Another powerful way to unlock your hidden strength is through mentorship and collaboration. Surrounding yourself with individuals who can push you, challenge you, and believe in you is one of the most effective ways to unlock your potential. When you have a mentor or a supportive community around you, you begin to see yourself different. You begin to realize that your potential isn't just limited to what you can do on your own, it's amplified by the people you connect with. These relationships help to bring out the best in you, helping you recognize strengths that you may have overlooked or taken for granted. Now, as you uncover and cultivate these hidden strengths, you must also be aware of the importance of balance. Strength is not just about pushing forward relentlessly, it's also about knowing when to rest, when to recharge, and when to seek guidance. True strength isn't about doing everything on your own, but about knowing when to lean on others, when to step back, and when to refocus. The journey of discovering and embracing your hidden strength is an ongoing process. It's a continual unfolding, a deepening of your awareness of who you are and what you're truly capable of. As you grow and evolve, you'll find that your strength expands beyond what you ever thought possible. And as you unlock these hidden strengths, you'll realize that the next step on your journey is about something even more profound, turning these strengths into lasting success. Turning your strengths into lasting success is not just about having potential. It's about taking consistent, deliberate action to transform that potential into real, tangible results. Success is not something that happens overnight. It doesn't come simply by having dreams or by hoping for a better future. Success comes when you take the power of your strengths, align them with a clear vision, and relentlessly pursue that vision with purpose. So how do you turn your strengths into success? The first step is understanding that success requires focus. Many people fail because they spread themselves too thin, trying to do everything at once. But real success comes when you focus on what truly matters. You must identify your strengths and then channel all of your energy into developing and applying them in the areas of your life that will bring the most impact. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing what matters and doing it well. When you focus on your strengths, you begin to maximize your impact, and that focus turns into the foundation for long-term success. But focus alone is not enough. Success also requires persistence. There will be challenges, setbacks, and obstacles along the way, but those who succeed are the ones who keep going, no matter what. Persistence is the ability to continue moving forward, even when it seems like the world is against you. It's about staying the course when others give up, and refusing to let temporary setbacks define your future. To turn your strengths into lasting success, you must be willing to keep pushing through, to stay determined and unwavering in your pursuit of your goals. Success also requires adaptability. The world around you is always changing, and the path to success is rarely linear. If you are rigid in your approach, you will miss the opportunities that come with change. You must be willing to adjust your strategies, learn from your mistakes, and constantly evolve in the face of new challenges. Success is not about finding the perfect plan and sticking to it no matter what. It's about adapting to the environment, responding to challenges with flexibility, and finding creative solutions to obstacles. It's about using your strengths to not just survive, but thrive in a world that is constantly shifting. And while persistence and adaptability are essential, true success also requires collaboration. You cannot achieve lasting success alone. Even the most successful individuals have people around them who support, challenge, and encourage them. Your strengths are amplified when you work with others, when you surround yourself with a network of people who share your vision and who can help you grow. Collaboration opens up opportunities that you may never have encountered on your own. It broadens your perspective, and it teaches you how to leverage the strengths of others in pursuit of a common goal. But here's the most important part of turning your strengths into success. It requires patience. Success takes time, and the journey is often long and challenging. But the key is to understand that every step you take, every piece of progress you make, is bringing you closer to your goal. Success is the result of consistent effort, of believing in yourself even when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like. It's about staying committed to the process and trusting that with time, your efforts will pay off. As you continue on the path of turning your strengths into success, always remember, success isn't a destination, it's a journey, and that journey is unique to you. It's about embracing your individuality, your strengths, and your purpose. As you grow, you'll discover new dimensions of success that you never thought possible. And as you move closer to your own version of success, one question will continue to drive you forward. What's next? How can you continue to evolve and make an even greater impact? The next step in this journey involves understanding the true power of the people around you, how the relationships you build can become the greatest asset to your continued success. Your relationships, both personal and professional, can either elevate you or hold you back. If you want to create lasting success and unlock your full potential, you must be intentional about the people you allow into your life. Surround yourself with those who will inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better every day. The truth is, you become like the people you spend the most time with. So how do you choose the right people? First, understand that not everyone in your life is meant to stay. There are some relationships that are essential for your growth, and then there are others that, if left unchecked, will drain you, distract you, and prevent you from reaching your goals. The key is to identify who truly adds value to your life and who doesn't. You must evaluate your relationships honestly. Ask yourself, are the people around me encouraging my growth, or are they holding me back? Are they inspiring me to rise to the next level, or are they keeping me stuck in the past? When you begin to surround yourself with positive, driven individuals, you will notice a shift in your mindset. These people will help you see the possibilities in every situation. They will challenge you to think bigger, push harder, and dream higher. They won't let you settle for mediocrity. Instead, they will encourage you to pursue excellence, to constantly improve, and to believe in your potential, even when you doubt yourself. Their belief in you becomes a powerful force, one that can fuel your determination and help you push through obstacles. But it's not just about having people who lift you up. It's also about having people who hold you accountable. True growth happens when you are held to a standard. You need people who won't let you get away with excuses, who will remind you of your goals when you start to lose focus, and who will push you to stay disciplined in your pursuit of success. Accountability is a cornerstone of achievement. Without it, it's too easy to let things slide, to procrastinate, and to lose sight of the bigger picture. Your circle should be filled with individuals who are not afraid to hold you to a higher standard, even when it's uncomfortable. The right relationships also provide invaluable support when times get tough. Life is full of challenges, and there will be moments when you want to give up. It's during these times that the people you surround yourself with will make all the difference. You need individuals who will encourage you, remind you of your purpose, and offer their help when you need it most. A strong support system is essential for overcoming setbacks and continuing to move forward. No one achieves greatness alone. The journey is too difficult, too long, and too full of challenges to go it alone. The right people will help you persevere when the road gets tough, and they'll celebrate your victories when you succeed. But how do you attract these kinds of people into your life? It starts with being the right kind of person yourself. If you want to attract individuals who are positive, driven, and supportive, you must first embody those same qualities. The energy you put out into the world will attract similar energy. If you're constantly complaining, doubting yourself, or playing small, you will attract people who are on the same wavelength. But when you shift your mindset, focus on growth, and pursue excellence, you will begin to attract individuals who share those values. Your relationships are one of the greatest assets you have in your journey to success. The people who walk beside you, who support you, and who challenge you, will ultimately determine how far you go. Choose wisely and be intentional about who you allow into your inner circle. Your success is inextricably linked to the people you surround yourself with. And as you begin to build these powerful, growth-oriented relationships, you'll start realizing that the next step on your journey is about something even deeper: mastering the art of resilience. Resilience is the ability to withstand adversity, to bounce back from setbacks, and to keep moving forward despite the challenges that life throws your way. It's not about avoiding obstacles or being immune to difficulties. It's about how you respond when those obstacles come. Resilience is the key to turning challenges into opportunities and failures into stepping stones. Life is full of trials, but it's how you handle those trials that defines your future. So how do you develop resilience? The first step is mindset. You have to shift your perspective on adversity. Instead of seeing challenges as something to fear, see them as opportunities for growth. Every difficult situation you face is a chance to learn something new, to build strength, and to sharpen your skills. The resilient person doesn't see a challenge as the end of the road, but as a lesson on the path to success. This shift in mindset is crucial, because if you view challenges as threats, you'll be paralyzed by fear and doubt. But when you see them as opportunities, you will find the strength to face them head on, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger. Resilience also requires a deep sense of purpose. When you are clear on your why, when you understand why you're pursuing your goals, it becomes easier to navigate the tough times. Purpose gives you the fuel to keep going when everything seems to be falling apart. It helps you push through when the odds are stacked against you. Your purpose is your anchor in the storm, your guiding light when the path ahead seems unclear. Without a strong sense of purpose, it's easy to give up when things get hard. But when you're driven by something bigger than yourself, when your goals align with your deepest values, resilience becomes second nature. Another crucial component of resilience is emotional control. Life will inevitably test your patience, your emotions, and your mental fortitude. But the resilient person understands that they can't control everything that happens to them, but they can control how they respond. Emotional resilience is the ability to stay calm under pressure, to keep your composure when things aren't going your way. It's about not allowing your circumstances to dictate your mood or actions. It's about being able to think clearly and make rational decisions, even in the midst of chaos. This emotional control is what allows you to persevere when others would break. It gives you the ability to rise above the situation and focus on the solution, rather than being consumed by the problem. Another aspect of resilience is flexibility. Resilience isn't about being rigid or stubborn. It's about being adaptable, being willing to change course when necessary. Life doesn't always unfold the way we plan, and the resilient person knows that they must be flexible in their approach. It's not about having a fixed plan and holding on to it no matter what. It's about being able to adjust and pivot when new information or circumstances arise. Resilient people are able to quickly adjust to change, to embrace uncertainty, and to remain open to new possibilities, even when things don't go as expected. One of the most powerful ways to build resilience is by taking care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You can't expect to be resilient if you're running on empty. You must prioritize your well-being, nourish your body with healthy food, get enough rest, and make time for activities that recharge you. Mental and emotional resilience requires a strong foundation, and that foundation is built on self-care. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to handle stress, to think clearly, and to bounce back from setbacks. Finally, resilience is about perseverance. It's the ability to keep going even when the road ahead is unclear, even when you're facing adversity. Perseverance is the ultimate expression of resilience. It's the unwavering determination to keep moving forward, one step at a time, even when the journey feels impossible. It's the willingness to push through the pain, the setbacks, and the disappointments, knowing that success is on the other side of perseverance. As you develop resilience, you will find that life's challenges no longer hold the same power over you. You will become stronger, more capable, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. And as you continue to build this strength, you will realize that the next step in your journey is about more than just surviving. It's about thriving and using your resilience to inspire others. The truth is, every single person has the potential to inspire others. You don't need to be a leader in the traditional sense, or someone with a title or position, to make an impact. The ability to inspire comes from living your life in such a way that others see your actions, your perseverance, and your determination, and are motivated to take action in their own lives. Inspiration isn't something you can force, but it's something you can cultivate. And the best part, it's often the small, everyday actions that inspire the most. The first step in becoming an inspiration is understanding that your life is your message. People are watching you even when you don't realize. How you handle challenges, how you treat others, and how you show up every day speaks louder than any words you could say. The way you carry yourself, the decisions you make, and the way you persist in the face of adversity sends a powerful message to those around you. Are you someone who rises above challenges with grace, or do you crumble under pressure? Are you someone who lifts others up, or do you tear them down? The message you send with your actions is more powerful than any speech you could give, and it has the potential to impact the lives of others in ways you may never even know. Inspiration comes from being authentic. People are inspired by those who are real, who are unapologetically themselves, and who live in alignment with their values. When you live authentically, you create a space where others feel safe to do the same. Authenticity is magnetic. It draws people in, and it encourages others to step into their own power. When you are true to who you are, you give others permission to be true to themselves. This is where true inspiration begins. When you stop pretending to be someone else, and instead allow yourself to shine in your own unique way. Another key to becoming an inspiration is the ability to lead by example. You don't need to have a large following or a platform to be a leader. True leadership is about influence, and influence is built by showing up consistently, by being someone who others can rely on. When you lead by example, you show others what's possible. You teach them that they too can rise above their circumstances, that they can push through their limitations, and that they have the power to make a difference. Leadership doesn't always come with a title or recognition. It comes from living your life with integrity, purpose, and passion. When others see your consistency, they will be inspired to follow suit. You must also recognize that inspiration is not just about big moments. It's about the everyday things you do. It's the way you handle the small challenges, the kindness you show to others, and the way you pursue your goals with determination and commitment. These seemingly small actions can have a ripple effect that touches far more lives than you may ever know. A smile, a word of encouragement, a moment of compassion, these are the things that inspire others to keep going, even when they feel like giving up. Sometimes your quiet persistence is what others need to see to help them believe they can do the same. But here's the thing, in order to inspire others, you have to be inspired yourself. You can't give what you don't have. Inspiration starts with you, with finding something that lights you up, that drives you to keep going, even when things get tough. Whether it's a cause you care deeply about, a goal you're working toward, or a dream you're pursuing, your own inspiration fuels your ability to inspire others. The more inspired you are by your own journey, the more you will be able to ignite that same fire in others. And finally, the ability to inspire others requires one important quality: resilience. People are inspired by those who don't give up, who keep moving forward despite the odds. It's your ability to face adversity, to rise after every fall, and to continue with courage and determination that motivates others to do the same. When people see you push through difficult times with strength and grace, they are inspired to face their own challenges head on. As you become someone who inspires others, you'll discover that your impact extends beyond your immediate circle. It touches the world in ways you might not even realize. The ripple effect of your actions will continue long after you've moved on, as others carry the lessons they've learned from you into their own lives. But what comes after inspiring others? What happens when your actions lead to a movement of people all striving toward their fullest potential. That, my friend, is where the real power lies. The true power of your journey doesn't lie in just achieving success for yourself. It lies in the ability to create a movement, to inspire others to pursue their dreams, and to make a lasting impact in the world. This is where purpose meets legacy. When you start to see the bigger picture, you realize that success is not just a personal victory, it's a shared victory. It's about empowering others to step into their greatness and inspiring them to do the same for those around them. This is the ripple effect that can change the world. Creating a movement begins with understanding that your actions have far-reaching consequences. Every choice you make, every decision you take, has the potential to inspire those who are watching you, to spark a shift in someone else's mindset. You don't need to be in the spotlight to make an impact. The people who follow your lead may never tell you, but your influence is felt. Your example becomes their inspiration, and that's how a movement begins. One person's actions inspiring another, who then inspires someone else. It's a chain reaction of positive energy, and it's one of the most powerful forces on earth. The key to creating a movement is knowing that it's not about you, it's about the vision that you are living for. A movement isn't created by an individual trying to gain fame or recognition. It's created by someone who is committed to a cause greater than themselves. When you are clear on your purpose and focused on the bigger picture, you can inspire others to join you. Your vision becomes their vision, and together, you become an unstoppable force. But creating a movement doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and persistence. It requires you to stay committed, even when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like. It requires you to keep going when others doubt you, when setbacks occur, and when the journey feels long and uncertain. But here's the truth. Movements are built by those who keep moving forward, no matter what. When others quit, you keep going. When others give up, you push through. It's your resilience that will turn your vision into a reality. A movement also requires collaboration. You cannot do it alone. While your actions may inspire others, the real power comes when you work together, when you unite with like-minded individuals who share your vision and your passion. Each person who joins your movement brings their unique skills, perspectives, and energy, and together, you can accomplish far more than you could on your own. Collaboration allows the movement to grow, to evolve, and to reach new heights. It turns individual efforts into a collective force that can change the world. As you build your movement, it's essential to stay true to your core values. The foundation of any successful movement is rooted in authenticity and integrity. People will follow you not because of your charisma or your success, but because they trust you, they believe in the message you are sharing, and they believe in you. Your authenticity is what will draw others in and inspire them to join your cause. Without authenticity, a movement can quickly lose its power. People are drawn to those who are real, who are unwavering in their purpose, and who lead with integrity. Creating a movement isn't about being perfect, it's about being passionate, persistent, and purpose-driven. The world doesn't need more perfection, it needs more people who are willing to take action, who are willing to lead with heart, and who are committed to making a difference. When you embrace this mindset, you will see that your movement doesn't just impact those around you, it will create a legacy that lives on for generations. As you move forward on this journey of purpose, passion, and impact, remember that you have the power to inspire change, to create movements, and to leave a lasting legacy. You have the power to shape the future, one action, one person, and one moment at a time. And as you reflect on this, ask yourself, what will your legacy be? What will you leave behind that will continue to inspire others long after you're gone? Your story, your actions, and your vision will write that answer.